What is up, YouTube? Flex Factor back with another video. Today, taking a dive into ESPN head-to-head snake-style PPR mock draft. This one's going to start in about 30 seconds. Taking a break from the Yahoo Best Ball format. Taking a swing at some of these home league formats, these redraft teams. I'm in a couple of these this year. Don't really care what spot I get thrown into for draft order. I think it's all about reps. Being comfortable with being uncomfortable. Believe it or not, I think that the hardest draft spot may be within the top 3 this year. Just because on that back end, second and third round, there's a running back vacancy. Okay, and we get pick 10. So we'll be right around this sweet spot. Neighbors, Amon-Ra, Genty, Devon Achane. I like that spot. Gives us a swing at Devon Achane in the second round. Again, this is PPR format. Couple auto drafts in here because this is a mock. Oh, just waiting on this guy. If he could hop in, that's nice, because I don't like being right where an auto drafter is, because some guys that drop in the draft might automatically get swooped up by them. Obviously, home league drafts that I have, there is no auto drafting. We're either drafting in person or everyone's online. We really don't let any auto picks happen. All right. Looks like first off the clock is Trell's talented team. And there goes Jamar Chase. All right, so the 1-1 consistently in every fantasy draft I've been a part of thus far. Jamar Chase off the board. I want to see. So if we have picks 10 and 11, that means our next pick will be, oh man, geez, that's pretty far down. Can we lower this draft sound? Nope, it's mute or unmute. All right. Bijan Robinson off the board with the second pick. So this is ESPN format. 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, a tight end, 1 flex, defense, kicker, and 7 bench. Jahmyr Gibbs off the board. CeeDee Lamb off the board. Something I've noticed, Justin Jefferson's been dropping a ton in some of the leagues I've drafted in. He's supposed to return tomorrow, so if you're drafting this early on, he might fall to you. You might grab some value there. So he just went at the 5. I mean, he's the consensus 3, so if McCaffrey could fall to us, that'd be great. Easiest strength of schedule, like I've reiterated in some of my other videos, so why wouldn't you want the running back with the easiest strength of schedule? He's typically force-fed touches, whether that's receptions out of the backfield. There goes McCaffrey. Whether that's receptions out of the backfield or on the goal line. Interesting. So we really got some time to think about this. I think that the Detroit offense has a bit of a regression this year. Let's go double running back. Oh, can't select yet. So we take Devon A-Chain in the first, and Derrick Henry with our second pick. I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for this. I think that Baltimore offense, their run game is very impressive. Talented receivers on the outside. Difficult to stack the box against them because of that. Obviously, the running threat, Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry. You want to have a presence inside to stop that, but you got to pick your poison. Some weeks it's going to be the passing game torches the defense, but most weeks it's probably going to be Derrick Henry, especially later on into the season. So our next pick will eventually come at pick 30, which would be down here in the Jaden Daniels, Jalen Hurts range. Probably going to grab some receivers here. Jackson Smith-Njigba, Garrett Wilson, Terry McLaurin. I would have liked to have had a shot at Tyreek Hill. We'll add him to the queue. If you see my draft strategy in my other videos, I think Tyreek Hill is insane talent to be sitting in the third round. If you get a later draft pick, like 6, 7, you'll have a chance at him with your third round pick. So pick 4 of the third round, there goes Tyreek Hill. Or pick 3 of the third round, sorry. A little earlier than I've seen, so that's interesting. We might have a chance at a top tier quarterback here as well. If Josh Allen falls to us, we'll grab him. Lamar Jackson also. I know we took Derrick Henry. Like I said, I love that team. Offensive firepower is immense there. Just signed DeAndre Hopkins. I don't know what he has left in the tank, but he has gravity. He's the type of guy you get on the field, you can't leave him in one-on-one coverage. Get into his zone, have some help over the top. I just don't think you can leave that guy alone. Chase Brown, a bit of a reach there. Looks like we will get a shot at one of the top quarterbacks. Davante Adams off the board. And hopefully, okay, he didn't. I was going to say, hopefully he takes a shot at Lamar Jackson here. We take a look at these quarterback comparisons between Lamar Jackson, Jaden Daniels, and Jalen Hurts. Relatively same interceptions, pass and touchdowns, slight advantage to Lamar. We're going to go Jaden Daniels here. The point I was getting to is that the rushing yards look very similar. Obviously, Jalen Hurts has that upside with the rushing touchdowns. We need to take a wide receiver here. We are going to go with Jackson Smith-Njigba, the certified wide receiver one out there. I know they signed an aging Cooper Kupp. I don't think he gets a majority of the volume. I think that might be a lot like the team was last year with Jackson Smith-Njigba and DK Metcalf. DK Metcalf being covered freed up a lot of touches for Jackson Smith-Njigba and vice versa. I think Jackson Smith-Njigba being the younger guy, faster guy, probably hands are a little worse than Cooper Kupp, but brand new quarterback in the system and Sam Darnold. You saw how much success he had with Jordan Addison and Justin Jefferson. Career year for him. I think he goes to a guy like Jackson Smith-Njigba in this new offense to get comfortable with. If we look forward to our next two picks, it's pick 50 and 51. Xavier Worthy, Joe Mixon, DeAndre Swift, Zay Flowers. Might have to take a shot on Zay Flowers here. Love that Baltimore offense. Definitely going to need a receiver, though. As you can see, a lot of blue circles in this area. We drop back to 2024. Let's just look at who led in receptions. DJ Moore. Wow, Jerry Jeudy with the yardage. Is he going to be our leader right now? Yeah. So Jerry Jeudy. McLaurin. Thinking back, I took him in a couple drafts. Take him if the value's there at the pick. I don't want to take him right now as my wide receiver 2. Reason being, all right, he just comes off the board. Reason being, just over 1,000 yards. Deebo Samuel comes into that offense. Jaden Daniels might have a sophomore slump. Get a little bit more film on him. Pay attention to which way he rolls out, where he scrambles when a play breaks down. Put a spy on him. Typically, those rookie quarterbacks have a lot more success because there's not a lot of NFL tape on them. So I think having a little bit more NFL tape on Jaden Daniels and adding Deebo Samuel could spell a slight regression for Terry McLaurin. With that being said, we're going to take the certified wide receiver 1 in Pittsburgh, which is DK Metcalf. We are also going to take the certified wide receiver 1 in Chicago, in DJ Moore. Both of these guys, volume upside is going to be crazy. Great run after catch. Obviously, DK Metcalf in a new offense with a new quarterback in Aaron Rodgers with the Pittsburgh Steelers. DJ Moore, Caleb Williams, number 1 guy. They've even had some snaps where they lined him up in the backfield last year. DJ Moore, run after catch ability, jump balls. Same thing with DK Metcalf. Young, explosive, a lot of yards after the catch. I mean, the guy is a specimen, DK Metcalf. So we kind of locked down our wide receiver spots there and our flex. Maybe we can get a shot at one of these top tight ends. Let's take a look back at Kittle. Ended up going in the 5th round, 2nd pick overall. He's definitely someone to look out for. If he can fall to you at your 5th pick, I would totally snag him. Especially in a format where there's only 2 wide receiver slots, I would definitely shoot for Kittle with the 5th overall pick. Deebo Samuel vacates a lot of targets with his departure. Brandon Ayuk vacates a lot of targets with his injury. So you got guys like Ricky Pearsall and Jawan Jennings as your wide receiver 1 and 2 to start the year in that offense. Obviously, Christian McCaffrey and Kittle are the mainstays in that offense from last year. Jawan Jennings had an uptick in volume when Brandon Ayuk went down with injuries, as well as Deebo Samuel. Can he have success this year? Definitely. I think he could be a late-round flyer that gets a lot of volume based out of necessity. If you take a look at the other side of things, obviously there's going to be an uptick in volume with the tight end position, right? Kittle led all fantasy tight ends. Okay, selling us Travis Kelce's our auto pick. He's going to be down here at 83. We're picking at 71 overall. 83 would be around here, so if we take him, I don't hate it. He's going to be a starter in that position, right? This is not best ball. We need guys that are going to be playing. Interesting, they put the cornerbacks tag on Travis Hunter in the ESPN format. That's cute. All right. Moving forward, I think a great insurance play here would be grabbing another running back. We have 3 wide receivers, maybe grabbing a top-tier running back. RJ Harvey it is. Sean Payton offense, young quarterback in Bo Nix. They're going to lean on the run a bunch. Cortland Sutton's their wide receiver one out there. Bo Nix threw for just under 4,000 yards last year. Obviously, our young rookie running back in R.J. Harvey. A lot of volume, opportunity, goal line opportunities. He's a bruiser. Let me pull up his draft profile here. No. Here we go. So, again, yeah, second rounder, 24 years old, 4.4 speed. So they say primary receiving back. That's interesting. I could see Denver leaning on the run a bunch second year for Bo Nix. I could also see them battling it out and having that young guy RJ out the backfield. We're going to cap the draft off here. I know it gets a little boring, mock drafts, as we get into the later rounds. This is early strategy for me. If you can take 2 of the top 5 running backs in the draft, that's massive. Fill out with wide receivers after. As you can see, we started out with A-Chain and Derrick Henry at our running back 1 and 2, and then our wide receivers 1 and 2 are still the starting number 1 wide receiver on their team, as well as our flex. Arguably, our tight end position 2 is going to get the most volume on that team. There's a lot of young guys in that Kansas City offense, but there's a lot of young guys that are injured. Take a flyer on Ricky Pearsall. And why not take Addison? So, as we were saying, Kelsey could be leading the team in targets by the end of the year. Hollywood Brown, obviously big injury last year. Coming back to the offense, I think he only caught like 9 balls last year. Aside from that, Rashee Rice is on a suspension. So what do you have left in that offense? You have Travis Kelce, you have the running backs in Pacheco and Hunt, and then you have a young speedster in Xavier Worthy. They kind of chucked the ball up to him a bunch in that Super Bowl game out of desperation. I think with another year for Andy Reid to figure out this offense, get guys healthy, get guys off suspension, might look a little bit more developed. Travis Kelce might be getting the ball more. Obviously, we know what a red zone threat is, run after catch, creativity. He's had plays where he's thrown touchdowns. He's had plays where he's ran touchdowns. He's had plays where he's caught touchdowns. So a guy that's as versatile as him, who they give that freedom to make these plays, to be in these positions to win, kind of like Taysom Hill. You know, if New Orleans gets to the 5-yard line, he's in the formation. It's a run, it's a pass, it's a quarterback keeper to him, so quarterback power option. I like Travis Kelce in that spot. If we take a look at our tight end position here, for some reason, I haven't been able to find in a lot of formats Taysom Hill. Not sure what the deal is, but I will get back to you guys on that, give you an update. Other than that, hope you guys liked the video. There he is. Ooh, he's injured. Brutal. Yeah, I forgot he had a torn ACL. Regardless, we'll just take him. Regardless, the fact remains that Travis Kelce, a lot of freedom and a lot of trust in him on the goal line. That Kansas City offense is very creative, as well as the correlation to Taysom Hill in the New Orleans offense, right? Huge chance that he's getting the ball or he's going to touch the ball within the 5-yard line, within the 20-yard line. But that's all we have for today. If you liked what you saw, Comment on the video if there were some guys you would rather taken in the second round other than Derrick Henry. Please let me know. Again, overview of our teams right here. Looks like we got a lot of guys with the week 12 and 11 bye week. Week 5 also pretty common. So give me your thoughts down in the comments. Appreciate you watching this long. If you heard this part of the video and watched this far, drop me a pizza emoji in the comment section. Peace.